Welcome to another episode of geekoutdoors.com. So in this DaVinci Resolve tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to get the best quality from your export or render settings whenever you are using DaVinci Resolve. Now this is primarily for people who are just beginners, specifically for people who just mainly upload to YouTube. Now if you're somebody who is a professional photographer or filmmaker, then this is very basic. So let's go ahead and head over to our Deliver tab. So once you're done editing your video, we'll go here. And DaVinci Resolve does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. There's a lot of presets already. And I think for most people who are just doing YouTube, YouTube is more than enough, because whenever you come here, all you need to do is put in your file name, the location you want the file to go, and choosing the resolution. So you could choose 1080p, which is the default, or go 4K. And if you do have the paid version of DaVinci Resolve, then you could go up to 8K. So there's a lot more options whenever you have the paid version. But for most people, if you are uploading to YouTube, then 1080p will work. The format is going to be either or, MP4 or QuickTime, because there's going to be compression anyway, and also the codecs as well. So H.264 normally works just fine for YouTube videos. And for audio, I really just leave it at default stereo. The codec, you can use AAC or linear PCM. I myself don't really notice a difference. Now, if you are somebody who really wants high quality, then obviously you're going to choose whatever audio codec works best for you. And I see a lot of people use AAC as well. And then data burden, I just leave that alone. Now, there are many other things here available. And as I stated, this is primarily for people who are just uploading to YouTube. For people who are more professionals, they're probably going to be using H.264 Master, or they're going to be using ProRes, which isn't available on the free version. And then there's other formats here as well. Final Cut Pro, if you want to bring that to Final Cut Pro, or you could bring it into Adobe Premiere. And there's Avid, Pro Tools, and then there's also the audio only. But we're going to primarily stick with YouTube and custom. So YouTube, very simple. I've already shown you how to choose what you need. But where I spend my time is custom. And I'm also going to show you how to save this as a preset. So normally, at least what I do, the format I use is MP4. And then for my codec, I just leave it as H.264. There is no other options unless you are choosing a different format. And then the resolution is going to be very important. It defaults to 1920 by 1080, and my current timeline has 60 frames per second. And I'm going to come back to the resolution because this is going to be very important for the overall quality of your video. And then here, the quality, a lot of times I would just say choose automatic best. Now, if you wanted to control, how much quality you get, you could control how many kilobytes per second it is. But I think for most people, you could choose best. And if you are short on space, then you could choose high. And there's not really too much a difference between high and best when it comes to just visual quality. I just choose best for my needs. And then encoding profile, I just leave it as auto. All this other stuff, keyframes, advanced settings, subtitles underneath it. If you do have subtitles, you could use that as well. But everything else, I just leave the same. So it's very simple to do. And also you could save this as a preset. So you could go up here and then save as new preset. You could name it whatever you want. And once you save it as a preset, it'll show up right here as preset. Now, once you're done there, you just go ahead and add to render queue and start render. Now, there is something that I think is very important when it comes to the resolution of your export settings, because this will affect the overall quality. And this is something that I didn't know until I actually noticed that there was a difference in terms of my video quality. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my final rendered video, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. And then I'm going to come back to DaVinci Resolve to show you why this resolution, whenever you're exporting, is so important. For serious YouTubers, check out TubeBuddy, the premier tool news at geekoutdoors.com. Get more done today by checking out the affiliate link in the description area below. So now I'm going to show you why the resolution is so important in your export settings, because it's really going to affect the overall final quality of your video. And so I spent literally hours trying to figure this out. And whenever I did figure out, it was so simple. So I wanted to help all the beginning DaVinci Resolve users out there to avoid the same mistake that I did. And so this is the situation. My original video that I had was actually a 2K video. Now, you might have to look at this on a larger monitor, but I'm going to try to zoom in as close as possible. So what you'll notice here is that the text, it's very sharp. And that's actually how it looks like on my monitor and on my screen record video, which is what we're looking at here. However, whenever I exported the video on DaVinci Resolve, things were not quite the same. So I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit closer. And what you'll notice is the text is not as sharp. It's actually blurry. And so I could not figure out why that was the case, because whenever I went to DaVinci Resolve and I export the video, I chose the 2K resolution because I had a 2K monitor. So down here there is a 2K resolution by default, and it's at 2048 by 1152, 16 by 9. And so I thought that works. And I went through everything. I went through all the different quality settings, but I still couldn't figure out why my complete video was blurry and my original video was clear. Well, the answer all came in the resolution, and this is something that was so obvious, but it wasn't obvious when I was trying to figure it out. And so this is what happened. My original video, it is a 2K video. However, the resolution was different. The resolution on my original video is 2560 by 1440, which is the resolution of my monitor. It is a QHD monitor. And the thing is, in DaVinci Resolve, it doesn't have a default resolution of 2560 by 1440. So that was the problem. And so whenever I figured that out, I then decided to use a custom resolution. And whenever I set it to 2560 by 1440 and I rendered it again, let me show you the difference there. So here is the one that is rendered correctly. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer here. If you notice, the text is just as sharp as my original, and it is the exactly correct resolution whenever it was rendered. And so this was something that I really spent so much time trying to figure out, and I kind of thought I went through all the settings that were available and I did that correct, and it all came down to the resolution. And now looking back at it, I feel really dumb for not noticing that. So whenever you render this out, you want to be sure that it is in the correct resolution. Otherwise, you're going to run into a problem like me where it was blurrier than my original. It wasn't as good of a quality, and it's just going to frustrate you. And whenever you do find the right resolution, then I would highly recommend that you do save this as a preset, which is what I did here. So now I have a preset for 2560 by 1440, which is exactly the resolution that I need for my monitor and my videos. And so that is my tutorial on how to get the best quality settings out of DaVinci Resolve. For most people, you're just going to use the presets, but at least for me, I like to use the custom settings. And most importantly, make sure that your resolution is correct. And so if you actually had any thoughts on this or wanted to see any other type of DaVinci Resolve tutorials, be sure to leave that in the comments area below. And if you wanted to see more of my DaVinci Resolve tutorials, tips, and tricks, I do have a playlist. I'll leave that in the description as well. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Hey geeks, if you are a creative geek like me and you wanted to learn how to create content on YouTube and other places on the internet, then check out my Go Content Creators group, where you get access to additional videos and content for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part of it is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Go Content Creators group. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.